well, well. Det hviler en forbannelse over dette sted.
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
Is it? Are you so sure about... Hello, doll head from doll we found earlier belonging to Ruth.
Ruth was here the day she fell. Ruth was here, but there was someone else, and she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
How did she end up dying on the cliff where she is, though? Isn't this sort of on the opposite side of the cliff? Maybe she ran from a different path.
Hello? Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
Ah, sweet. Okay. Things aren't too bright at the moment. It's a good thing we can try to shed some light on this. Hello? Is that a bone? No, it's the brooch.
Oh, Betty. This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason. What am I not seeing?
More like, what are you seeing that others aren't seeing? Into darkness we go. Holy shit! I swear, Odin. Hey, that does not look stable. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Yeah! Alright, we can run out of the mine. I was like, I want to just jump in there if I'm not going to get crushed right here. But you know, running out of the mine seems like a better idea than what I had. Yeah. Well, so much for that. That was not a sound that's usually... Well, it's closed.
Edward!
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward? Where are you?
I'm on my way, Betty. Wait for me.
I don't know what to think anymore. Hardcore parkour with Edward.
Stay where you are. I'm coming.
Elizabeth. Oh, over here. Jump the fence.
Edward, where are you?
I'm on my way.
Oh, she's chasing ghosts. Sounds in the mist.
Edward, please, hurry!
I'm coming, Betty.
I love the fight. They just... God, I don't like this. No, I don't like this at all. Oh, upsy daisy.
Edward!
Barely see a thing.
I'm almost there.
What will we find, though?
Edward!
Just stay put.
Is this a new Sean? Edward! Edward? Edward?
Please, Edward, hurry! Oh, Edward.
Her voice did not carry that far.
I'm coming.
Edward, you gotta see what...
Edward, is that you? I'm in here.
Thank God. Thank God. Elizabeth! There you are. Finally. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried. Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
Dark Betty.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon, and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother...
She hated you for that.
She could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. All it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
And you'll always have us. Betty's... She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
Your sister's a model. She looks great.
Yeah. It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
But what about the woman who was coming to Graavik? Was that just... how did he know? Day 6. I really like the touch that the clothes were just regular clothes and not at all the actual clothes, but rather what he'd seen on the picture of the star.
Goodbye, Betty.
Okay. We've come to terms with the loss of our sister. The goats are still watching the house. I'm terrified. Besides, we have Lizzie and the entity to keep us company.
Teddy bear?
Beetlejuice yet?
I might be weaned off the stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
We do?
The final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started.
Alright.
We have an appointment with a ghost.
I'm on it.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh.
That's safe.
Boy, that sure is something.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down.
Alright.
Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Graavik? Well... the letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere, paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... and I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Okay, yeah.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
So that's what the connection is with the Boston letter.
To find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
I like how Lizzie is now a surrogate for the player, so he can project onto her and try to get some answers. She's our rubber duck.
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravik's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Graavik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story?
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts, you're alive.
Fair enough. So what really happened to Ruth?
She was probably murdered.
By Simon?
I don't see why.
No, I don't believe it was Simon.
Then who? Frederick? The hanged man? Someone else?
Does it matter?
Maybe not. So she ran from the mine. And she came here. And then someone pushed her? If only she had wings. Like a bluebird. She could have soared away on autumn winds. But why was she killed?
The treasure.
Because of what she found.
Someone wanted the treasure. Or wanted to make sure no one else would find it. So instead, they cursed this place. And the curse killed everyone. Including the murderer. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
They're dead. I don't believe there's anything more to it than that. But there's comfort in oblivion. And we won't be alone. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Graavik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in oblivion. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated. Left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending. With no annoying loose threads. Edward! Is that...
Our boat? But how?
Well then.
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
I don't understand how this can be. It must have been the wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse, while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
Yeah. What a day. Kind of disappointed we never got any of Brusgårds tobak. Man, the tobacco. That's okay. We found peace. We found out what happened and did not happen to our sweet sister. And now we're fine. Talking to ourselves. Through Lizzie and the entity. It's been a wild ride here in Graavik, hasn't it? Failings and mysteries and curses. Alright. Let's go get that suitcase of ours. Say goodbye to Dark Betty.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
Can't complain about her if you're imagining her being this way. You like it, Edward. You like it. Want that brooch. It's so cool. Heck yeah. One last look at myself. Yep. I'm handsome. Backward things. Perfect. That's right. Good, I was hoping you'd do that. Okay. Suitcase in hand. Memory of a dead sister left behind. Mystery of an entire village solved. That goat's still out to get me though. Hopefully we can leave Graavik alive. I won't let him get to me. That I will not. Wonder what I've been eating these last few days. Probably looking for leftovers. There's a dead body upstairs, isn't it? Yeah. Oh well. We don't have time to think about that. We'll be off now. I feel like every flag in town should be on half-masts. Alright. Let's get out of here.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
Whoa. 100-kilo suitcase. Let's go.
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
Goats. Is that a goat? I don't know. That's a takeaway from this journey, Lizzie. Goats are scary creatures. I'm just waiting for a sea draug to grab the side of the boat now. And it's like, to be continued. Oh, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. Goodbye to all the things. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Alright, thank you to Red Thread Games for making this wonderful game and for showing it to me and letting participants of our class even get to try it out. It's been enjoyable. I got a bit worried at one point that it was gonna be... that it was just going to focus on Edward's mental health, because I was really into the Graavik mystery. Like that's where I wanted the meat to be. I was interested in what happened. You know, I really like stories where it's set up to look like something supernatural is going to happen, and then make you really think, oh, something supernatural might happen, but then, you know, never actually occur. So I'm fine with that. I guess we did get sort of the ending that, because we found out. I mean, there are still mysteries in Graavik. We can never know. I think that's part of it. I think maybe knowing exactly what went down would take away some of it. But yeah, I haven't experienced a lot of these sort of first-person exploration games, sometimes called walking sims. I've played Dear Esther and the like, and I really enjoy the journey that one goes on. I figured they're good material for making a video series too. But I do encourage you that if you enjoyed this game, consider picking it up, supporting Norwegian game developers, because we're a small country and we have a small presence in the gaming space, so to say. So, you know, hopefully my game design class can graduate and change things a bit, huh? Wouldn't that be something? It was such a visually nice game to look at. I liked and I wasn't quite sure what to make of Lizzie as a character, because I just thought she was so... but I guess that's just it's good that she was annoying, because you're supposed to feel that she's annoying. You're in Edward's head. Textures of photos. Yeah, there's lots of different museums. Round brooch. I was really hoping we would get to dive even more into how the Viking treasure came to be there and such. I wanted more of that. I wanted to dive even more into that. NFE, Norwegian Film Institute. That's a big one for Norwegian companies. If their game sort of supports Norwegian values, then they can get help with the funding. So that's something that a lot of companies look towards to help their game making journey, because it ain't cheap. It ain't cheap to make a game, and coming out with a result as good as this, that's uplifting. Figured it was Unreal. Well, thank you so much for watching this series, coming along with me. I don't usually play this sort of game, but I figured now it was, didn't see why not. Something I wanted to play, experience that I might as well share with all of you. I was just kidding about the to be continued part. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. More mysteries to solve. We're out of here. Okay then. Everybody gets credited here. Thanks guys for helping us make a game. Well, guys and girls, I think with that our journey has come to an end. I enjoyed this game. It was atmospheric, it was fun. I was a little worried that we're gonna go overboard with focus on Edward, because I don't know, I was in some ways more interested in just the village. I found it very appealing, walking around piecing together what had happened, because that was probably the best part of the game for me, was the middle part where you were trying to solve things, and you know, you found child murderer written on the wall in blood and traitor on the door, and I don't know, I had fun walking around, probably also because it spoke to me, because they were trying to solve, because it was so themed around the Norwegian language and Norwegian customs, and it hit a soft spot for me. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. But before we go, I believe there's one last thing that remains.